Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. We are going to be working on a lion brand pattern, and this is using Heartland yarn, and this is called the Wave Hat and Cowl pattern, but we are just doing this beautiful hat, and this is perfect for spring and even summer. This is kind of a lighter weight yarn. It is a level 2 skill level, and the pattern number is L40031. It does call for a 6mm hook. You can also change the size. I have noticed that this one is right for giving. It stretches as well if you do choose to use this yarn. It is somewhat stretchy, and at this size here, this is what I would consider a lady's large, maybe a little larger than large. But for the hat, you will only need one skein, 2 balls total if you're going to make the hat and the cowl. But the hat circumference is about 20 inches, and it's about 8.5 inches in height. So you will need to know how to do double crochet 2 together and double crochet 4 together. So that's very important when we make our waves or chevrons or ripples. But it's very, very important that you do know how to do those stitches prior to doing this tutorial, because that is the main stitches that are used here. Okay, so go ahead and get your 6mm hook and your yarn, which if you're using the Heartland yarn, this is the paper, because I've already taken mine off, and the paper that I have here says my color that I've got is Glacier Bay, and I will talk more about that in a second. So if you choose to use this yarn, this is just a standard 4-weight yarn. So grab everything that you need and we will get started. Okay, so to make our wave hat, this is the yarn it calls for, which is Heartland. And this color I have is Glacier Bay. And it is a 4-weight yarn, and it does call for a J hook, which is a 6mm. So that is what I'm going to stick with, and we are going to start with the pattern. And this yarn comes in a variety of colors, so just choose whichever you would like. So now what you're going to need to do is you're going to start off chaining 60 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I'm going to finish chaining, and you do the same, and we'll meet right back up. Alright, so I have 60 chains, and I know you think that that looks like a lot of chains for a hat. However, when you're working in a wave stitch, the waves that you're going to be making, it will make this draw up just a bit. So don't stress about that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to join, and being careful not to twist your chain. So just join into that first stitch that we made and pull that through with a slip stitch. Okay, so your chain should be straight and not twisted. So for round 1, we are just going to chain up 3. Okay, and according to our pattern, this is not going to count as a stitch for any row in this pattern. Okay, so do not count it as a stitch at all. So you're going to skip this first stitch, and then you're going to double crochet in the next chain, in the next stitch, and then you're going to double crochet 2 together in the next 2. So yarn over and go in the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and hold, and do that in the next stitch. So yarn over, go through in the next stitch, grab your yarn, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2, and you should have 3 on your loop, on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 of those, and you just pull those 2 together. Alright, so now what you want to do is put 2 double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, so you're going to put 2 double crochet in the next, two in the next, so that's the second, 2 in the next, and 2 in the next. Okay, and now you're going to work double crochet two together over the next 2 stitches, but you're going to do that a total of 4 times. Okay, so we're going to work our first one. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and there's 4. If you're not familiar with your stitches as far as 2 togethers or 4 togethers, different things like that, I would advise you to go to my video for that before going into this actual video, and that will help you. Okay, so now what you're going to do is you're just going to repeat this. So you want to put 2 double crochet in each of the next 4. So 2 in this one, 2 in the next, 2 in the next, and 2 in the next. So that gives you your 4 stitches, each with 2 stitches. Alright, so now we're going to work our double crochet 2 together 4 times. So here's our first. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and that's what we've got so far. Now you're just going to work this around. You're just going to do 2 double crochet in the next 4 stitches, and then you're going to work your 4 times around with your double crochet 2 together, and then you're going to stop when you get to the last 8 chains, and I will meet you up there. Alright, I have gone around, and now you have 8 stitches left. Now what you want to do is do 2 double crochet in each of the next 4. So 1, 2 in this stitch, 2 in the next, 2 in the next, and 2 in this next one. And then you're going to finish this row up by working a double crochet 2 together 2 times over the last 4 stitches. So here's the first one, and the last one. Okay, and now you will join at the top here of this beginning chain 3. Okay, and if I back this up, this is what your piece is going to look like. It almost looks like a star there, and you will have basically what it's telling you is 5 waves, and it looks like a star, and you will have a total of 60 double crochet. Now for rounds 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, this is going to be the pattern. Okay, so we will work row 2 together, and then I will let you work 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 on your own. And then we will meet up for the crown of the hat, which is row 8. So what you want to do for these rows is you want to chain up 3, and we are going to turn the project. You want to skip this stitch here that you're in, and you're going to double crochet into this next stitch. Okay, and now you're going to work a double crochet 2 together over this next 2 stitches. Okay, and pull through all 3 of those, and you pull those 2 together. And now you're just going to do like we were before. On the previous row, you want to put 2 double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So you'll have a total of 8 double crochet in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and now you're going to work double crochet 2 together 4 times in a row here. Okay, so here's your first. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And 4. All right. So basically what happens when you're doing this process is it's just making these gathers here, and if you've done any other wave patterns or followed my stitch patterns for the waves, you'll know that it's just a wave. That's all that it is when you do a series of, just for example, a double crochet. You make your waves by increasing and then decreasing, increasing then decreasing, and it's all about where your stitch placement is when you do these particular stitches, and these when it gathers in particular places, it's gonna make them do what you're seeing here, which it's going to bring them together, causing a dip. And when you increase, it's going to cause them to start humping over and giving yourself a mountain or a hill or just an overall larger scale here. And then whenever you decrease, it's going to give you a smaller look. So that's just pretty much what excuse me, that the wave patterns do for you. So now we're just going to repeat this all the way across, or all the way around. So you want to put 2 double crochet in each of the next 4, so you'll count 8 double crochet in a row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and now you're going to do a double crochet 2 together 4 times. So here's your first one, second, third, and fourth. Okay, and now we're just going to start that over. 2 double crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now our 4 in a row, doing our double crochet 2 together here. So here's our first one, second, third, and fourth. Okay, now do our increases of 2 doubles in the next 4 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now our decrease. So here's our first one, second, third, and fourth. And now let's see how many we got left, because we need to stop at 8 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay? So now what you want to do is, like we did before, you want to do 2 double crochet into the next 4. So 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so I'm going to back up a bit. And now you're just going to double crochet 2 together 2 times, just like we did before. Okay, so here's our first one. And our last one. Okay, and now you are just going to join into the top of this chain 3. Okay, and that is what you're going to do for rows 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 now. Okay, so you just want to simply repeat this, and you're just going to build up the body of this hat. Alright, so you'll chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and make sure to turn each time, okay? And then just follow the instructions that we just did. It's the same all the way around, okay? So I'm going to let you do those rows, and I will meet you up at row 8. Okay, so I have gotten up to row 7, so now we are going to start row 8. So let's turn, and we are going to do a chain 3. Okay, and now we will skip this first stitch, and we are going to double crochet into the next one. Now you're going to work a double crochet 2 together over the next 2. Alright, so double crochet in the next, and then 2 double crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, 1, and 2. Double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet 2 together, and then double crochet 4 together. So yarn over and go in the next stitch, pull up, pull through 2. So you'll do that a total of 4 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. So you'll have 5 loops on your hook by the time you're done working that double crochet 4 together. Then you'll yarn over, pull through all of those loops on your hook. And now we're just going to repeat this whole process over again, starting with a double crochet 2 together. So go into this next stitch, work a double crochet 2 together, double in the next stitch, 2 in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2, and 2 in the next also, double in the next, double crochet 2 together, and now you want to work your 4 double crochet together again over the next 4 stitches. So here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yarn over, pull through all of those loops. Okay? And then you're just going to repeat that all the way around again. So in the next stitch, next 2 stitches, we'll do a double crochet 2 together. So there's 1, 2. So pull through all 3 of those loops. Double crochet in the next stitch, 2 doubles in each of the next 2 stitches. So 1, 2 in that stitch, 1, 2 in that stitch, double in the next, and double crochet 2 together, okay, and double crochet your 4 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, pull through all those loops. Now you want to make sure that you stop at the last 8 of those stitches. Okay, so once you get around to the last 8, stop there and we will meet up. Alright guys, we are not stopping at the last 8. This is a correction. We're stopping at the last 10. Okay, so once you have gotten to those last 10, that stitch that you will stop at is going to be that your 4 double crochet together. Okay, so I've got 10 stitches left. So what you want to do in the next stitch is you want to do 2 double crochet together over the next 2 stitches. So there's 1, there's 2. Okay, double crochet in the next, 2 in each of the next 2, so 1, 2, and then 2 in the next, double in the next, and then you're going to double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. You'll do that twice. So 1 and 2, pull that together, and then do the same for the last 2 stitches. Okay, now you'll join into the top of that chain 2. And that's going to give you 45 double crochet. Okay, so this is decreasing for the top crown of the hat. And now you're just going to turn, and we're going to start round 9, which is going to be very similar. So chain up 3, You want to skip that first stitch and you're going to double crochet into that next one. And then you're going to do a double crochet into the next 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and now you're going to double crochet 2 together 3 times. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, now you want to double crochet in the next 3. 1, 2, and 3. And you're going to repeat this to the last 4 stitches. So all you're going to do is double crochet 2 together 3 times now. So here's the first one. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, now 3 doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3. And we'll work this around. So work 3 double crochet 2 together in a row. There's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now 3 doubles in a row. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so let's make sure of where our beginning point is at here, which is right there. Alright, 3 double crochet 2 together in a row. So here's 1, 2, 3, and let's do 3 doubles in a row. 1, 2, 3. You should have 4 stitches left, and all you're going to do is double crochet 2 together twice. So 1 and 2. Okay, and then join in the top of that chain 2. Then you're going to turn, and you see the hole is getting smaller. Okay, so make sure that you've turned now, and we are going to, for row 10, you want to chain up 3. You're going to skip that first stitch, and all we are going to do here is double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to work double crochet 2 together. And you're just going to repeat working double crochet 2 together all the way around. So I will meet you up, join into the beginning chain 2, and I'll meet you up for rounds 11 and 12. Alright, so our hole here is a lot smaller. We are on round 11, and I turned, so I'm going to chain up 3 again, and you're going to skip that first stitch, and we are just going to do double crochet 2 together all the way around again. Okay, And this should go super quick for you because the round is so much smaller. And you're just going to be cutting it in half again. So there's 3. 4. 5. 6. And you should end up with a total of 7 stitches at the end of this round. Join that up. Whoops, let's get that in that stitch first. You want to join that up. And then we're going to turn once more. Want to chain up 1, and then you're going to single crochet in each one of these stitches. So that should be 7 stitches around. Very simple to do. It has a very elegant design here. So what you want to do then is you want to fasten that off and leave yourself enough to weave back and forth. And you can do that with a yarn needle, or you can just pull this through and weave it with your hook. However you choose to do that, it'll work out the same. You just want to close your top off here. You see it's closing it. So now I'm just going to go right across. And you'll have to make a few passes. Okay. And you can weave that in as you go. And this turns into your wave hat or beanie. And that's pretty much what it looks like. And I will weave this in off camera, but for now I will pull that strand out of the way so we can just see the beautiful hat. And there you have it. Just a beautiful lightweight hat. Has a lot of wave texture to it, and it's a very good size. So this is a very simple project as long as you know your decreases and increases, and you will do just perfect with this hat. Okay, so again, this is the wave hat. It does have a matching cowl project to it. If you choose to do that, the pattern is with this pattern as well. But this was just for the hat. So until next tutorial, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Happy hooking!